episode is rated PG for pretty good.
Hello, I'm Phil. This is Pretty Good Cooking. Today I'm sporting a brand new apron that was made for me, designed for me by my sister's boyfriend Matt. Thanks, Matt. Tonight we're gonna make carnitas. Or maybe it's actually over here. Carnitas was requested by my old friend Leo Gonzalez, and I don't know if anyone else requested it, but there's a lot of stuff going on with this show. So tonight we're gonna feature a beautiful song that was, I think, written and produced, or maybe just produced, our buddy JJ, who you may recall joining us from a tablet that one time. That was cool. And yes, so enjoy that. When cooking carnitas, you have to use a pork butt, which is a grotesquely large piece of meat. And I think it's not actually the ass of the pig. I think it's the shoulder, but they call it a butt because it could be one, like if you tied it to your butt, like this. So yeah, the first step is to inspect the butt.
Inspect the butt?
Inspect the butt. This butt, not anyone else's butt. Okay, we have to figure out weird things to do with the butt.
Booty look right for the taking. I'd love to administer some spankings. Got my mouth watering like some bacon. Taking for a ride trip called vacation.
Baby, let me see what that booty do. What that booty do. What that booty do. Baby, let me see what that booty do. What that booty do. What that booty do.
Alright, now that silliness is over, we gotta get moving. So you got your enormous pork butt, you gotta get it out of that package. Maybe put it in a bowl. Any bowl will do. So, you got your bag of meat, put it in a bowl. Alright. I don't think all this is I can't cook all of this. This is too much meat. So I'm gonna cut portions of it out. This pork stinks. It's a process. That's a workable piece. And this we're gonna cut into cubes of various sizes. Well, not various sizes. Hopefully like similar sizes. So carnitas I've made many times. So I'm gonna try to make it a different different method today. And this was, I was doing my my 5 minutes of research before I started the show. And I saw that Mr. Kenji Alt Lopez did a bunch of research on this, and the way I've always done it is in a Dutch oven, which is what you could also do. But he suggests using a casserole dish and packing the pork as tightly as possible into the dish. And the whole point of that is that like the rendered fat from the pork, this is really fatty pork. As you can see, this is fat, that's fat, it's fat everywhere. By keeping it tightly together, it like allows you to simulate the effect of cooking this whole thing in like a boiling pot of lard. So that sounds nice. And I don't want to do like too much footage of me just chopping pork, but basically I'm just trying to get it into cubes of roughly that size. Just, like little chunks. And actually, if you know any Spanish at all, you might know that carnitas literally means little pieces of meat. So here they are. I'm gonna chop these like a madman. And maybe I'll actually start putting them in the casserole. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna put like a little dab oil in the bottom. But what's gonna happen is there's gonna be so much fat in this that's really not gonna matter. I'm just worried about it sticking initially. So I'm just gonna start taking these and packing them like so. I'm gonna fill it all up. I might do more than one layer actually. We'll see. So I'm gonna be chopping for a while. One moment. Hey, some of you, as per usual, will be wondering where was the classical first step of taking a drink, or making a drink, or baking a drink? I am waiting to drink coffee that Courtney's about to make. And the reason that means anything at all, or why I'm even telling you, is because I don't like coffee. I don't want to pollute my system because I want to get cracked out on coffee. And that so Hold on. It'll come. You've seen me on the caffeine before. Yeah, so we'll get to that. A couple of other things you need for your pork. You need some onion flavor. The nice thing about onions is you can find all the letters of onion in the phrase "not an option." This is a shitty onion. Oh well. All right, we're just gonna quarter that. Set it aside for now. We need some oranges. These oranges my mom sent to me, and my dad grew some tangerines. They were really yummy. We're still eating them. And then she sent me these oranges, which I think, they're from a store, I think?
But from Florida.
Yeah, they're from Florida. Okay, got my pile of pork here. Oranges give a nice flavor. Some would call that citrus. And in addition to that, the acid helps tenderize the meat. I'm just pouring orange juice everywhere. The orange juice might help with that terrible raw pork smell. You got that going for you. These are juicy. Must be because they're from Florida. There's 3 oranges. The actual pack of pork I bought was probably like 6 or 7 pounds. I wasted a little bit of it. Probably 4 or 5 pounds are actually in here. Alright, so I'm just tucking some onions in here. Really, not the biggest deal in the world to do this. You don't have to tuck it too closely because you're just gonna mix it up anyways. So, just some of that. Couple of oranges. Looks like garbage. Dump some minced garlic. Alright, some spices. I never used this Ancho chili powder, but I think it might be a nice addition. So, a sprinkle of that. I just threw some on there. Only a little bit. Gotta have oregano, because I just use it all the time. What the f ever. Cumin's the big one that you need. Lots of that. And it looks like I'm adding like a preposterous amount of spice, but remember there's like a lot of meat and you're gonna mix it all up. Some salt, some pepper, and we'll probably add just like maybe a hint of cinnamon, but not too much of that. We just want there to be like maybe a note of that, but we don't really want people to be like, oh, this tastes like cinnamon. So, okay, that was a little bit more than I expected, but it's fine. So, now we are going to mix up, hopefully try to cover most of what we got going here. English is hard, I don't really know how to talk. Maybe break a couple onions in the process. Okay, yeah, do this. Look how effective it is. I should have preheated the oven so long ago, god damn it. 275, not 350, because this is a low and slow operation. We're probably gonna be cooking for like 3 or 4 hours. That might have been too much onion, but whatever. All right, let's get this show on the road. We got some aluminum foil, as they say in England land. You gotta tightly cover your pork. I'm having a brief moment of foresight, which I typically don't have those while cooking. I'm going to put a pan under this for the inevitable spillage and drainage. In other words, the end in edge.
Thank you.
There's our spill pan.
Should the viewers at home wait until it's preheated?
No, because it's going to be in there for like 4 hours. So, all right, current time 4:40. So we'll check on it periodically. While this is going, you can do other things. So we're gonna go do other things. Oh! Hi, I'm Phil. I had some coffee. And now I'm gonna have some more coffee, but now I'm gonna put the alcohol in the coffee and I'm gonna drink it and it's gonna be good. The reason that I did this is that today is the first time I've tried coffee in a while and I actually liked it, but traditionally I did not. Part of the reason I don't like it is because I think coffee breath is really gross and also coffee pee. Like, you ever walked into a restroom and been like, oh man, someone's had too much coffee? I hate that. And most people do because it's disgusting. You should hate it. I hate it. Everyone hates it. Courtney, do you hate it?
I've never even experienced that before.
Well, then good for you.
Courtney's never gone to the bathroom.
So anyways, now that I like coffee, I want to see how it mixes with alcohol, because I mean, that's a natural inclination, right? Right? My least favorite thing about coffee thus far is that it's a hot drink. You can put ice in it and then it becomes iced coffee, but I think you're supposed to brew it longer. Okay, too bad. I think you should use Irish whiskey if you got it, but I don't. Just don't even measure it. It looks the same. It's lukewarm. Let's try it out.
Booty fat, call her bae, roll it up, she call me J.
I like that. That's pretty good. It could be colder. The flavors complement each other. And you're gonna feel great. Where's my apron? Oh, who cares? It's been about 2 hours. Let's see what we're working with. Carefully. Very carefully remove. Be mindful of steam. It looks like barely cooked. What the f? That could be a problem. Well, that's completely raw. What the f? Alright, we're gonna have to crank the heat, I think. Disappointing! Alright, well, let's turn the oven up just a little bit. Let's go 325. Let's see where that takes us. I'm concerned. We'll never get to eat. Well, we'll see how it goes. Be back sometime later. Have to be really careful this time not to spill. Alright, so this rendering boily fat is desirable. And you can see some of the smaller chunks are actually looking pretty good. This will actually be done sooner than I thought. So we're in the home stretch here. Man, this looks yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Alright. Oh boy! I'm excited. We're in the home stretch. Pork. Well, it took a lot longer and a higher temperature than I first expected. But here is the pork.
How long has it been?
Forever. Like 5.5 hours. But you can see the pork is very tender now, which is good. So we're gonna drain this and shred it. Where'd my tongs go? So you want to pick out some of these things here. If you can pick out the onions easily, or like some of them at least, the oranges. You don't have to get them all, but I recommend pulling most of them. That's most of them. All right, we're gonna carefully drain this. Feel like abuela.
Smells like cooking. Uh-oh.
I knocked over a shot glass, it exploded. I had to clean it up. Okay, now it's shredding time. Oh, actually, while set it to broil, we gotta get a little bit more cooking. It smells amazing. If things are cooked properly, you should be able to just shred it with a fork. You can use 2 forks, you can use your hands if you're not sensitive to temperature and like have nerve damage or something, then you'll be okay. So the idea from this point is that we want to caramelize some of the outside, kind of charring it, I guess. And we do that using the broiler. But the other option is to use like a pan, like a cast iron, and you can actually just like fry it a little bit at a time. I don't really think that's necessary, especially if you have like, you're making such a big batch, you might as well just use a broiler. It's easier. Yeah, this is pretty good. That's already really good. I'm gonna salt. All right, don't need our foil anymore. By the way, I had like 3 cups of coffee. I feel great. Not like kind of great, but like just genuinely good. Let's go ahead and get our pork in. Now, you can notice that I'm not that close to the broiler. I'm too lazy to move the rack. But you'll get better results if you're closer to the broiler. Sometimes, you just don't care. You're too awake for this hour of the day. Coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee.
We'll be back.
Coffee. Alright, this is our first round of broiling. You can see we've got the nice crispy top. And what we're gonna do is rearrange it just a little bit so we can get more things crisp. More crisp means more flavor. Okay, so we got a new layer here to crisp. Put these back in the broiler. You don't wanna overdo this because they'll dry out. Alright, so I went to the store and I know these are supposed to go on corn tortillas. I forgot, so don't hate Reno. Like everyone's gonna be like, Phil, how could you do that? Well, I forgot. That's all there is to it. I have flour tortillas. Oh well. I'm gonna microwave it too. Get dunked. Alright, let's pull these carnitas. Oh yeah. Alright, we got our microwave tortilla. Deal with it. And take our hot pork. Real hot, real hot. Don't overload it too much. Just a little bit. And spoon some salsa. Maybe use a bigger spoon. Some onion, because we like it. A little lime juice. Probably should add fresh cilantro, but I don't know. I guess we should. I just wanted to eat it. Yeah, it looks prettier. This was a lot of work. That was really good. That was so worth eat this for days. Man. What makes them so good is the meat's like so tender, but you crisp the outside. You got like multiple textures going on. Just really yummy. And that's how you make carnitas. We'll use it in another episode that we're gonna film really soon. And on that note, I hope you remember to buy corn tortillas so people don't make fun of you. Ooh. Bye.
Booty fat, call her bae. Roll it up, she call me Jay. Man, I sit a picture on that thing. What we call that lemonade. She probably called back like a minute late, saying she won't fall back, gotta innovate. She got an MBA, but ain't getting paid from from education, got these bitches hating. In my lap, I'm like, baby, what that booty do? Make it clap and I'll apply, got your juicy fruit.